Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529, Central Virginia's ultimate high school academic quiz show. Today's match features First Colonial High School versus POQUOSON High School. Let the battle begin.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Brains, Central Virginia's only televised high school academic quiz show. I'm Cheryl Miller. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. The academic athletes joining us today, the Patriots of First Colonial High School, coached by Carl Nockey. First Colonial High School is part of the Virginia Beach City Public Schools District. The school is fully accredited and home to the Legal Studies Academy. Also with us today, the Bull Islanders of POQUOSON High School, coached by Kip Flynn. Established in 1920, POQUOSON High School is the only public secondary school for students in the city of POQUOSON. Serving about 700 students, the school's mission is to prepare all students for a successful and meaningful life. Welcome to all our students. Great to have them here with us today. Our Battle of the Brains match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players will buzz in, but wait for me to call on them before giving their answer. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction, but there is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, students, good luck. Let's start the first toss-up round. Cirrus, stratus, and cumulus are types of what? Tatum.
Clouds.
Correct. In what year was the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution ratified? Rourke.
1919.
That is incorrect. Giving the women the right to vote. Tatum.
1920.
That is correct. The Oregon Territory was annexed by treaty in 1846 during the administration of what U.S. president? Rourke.
James Polk.
Correct. In the Christian church, Mardi Gras marks the start of what season? Tatum.
Lent.
That is correct, the Lenten season. Megan Rapinoe is a standout athlete in what sport? Layla.
Soccer.
Correct. Name the element located below oxygen on the periodic table, a yellow solid with Ryland.
Sulfur.
That is correct, symbol S. The Berlin Wall, the erection of which began in 1961, was ordered demolished by what Soviet premier? Tatum.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Correct. The most prevalent type of warship employed by the ancient Greeks of the classical period had 3 levels of rowers and was called by what name? Tatum.
Trireme.
That's correct. What type of monthly lunar event took place on Christmas night 1977, Christmas night 2015, and will not happen again until on a Christmas night until 2034? Noah.
Blue moon.
Pardon me?
Blue moon.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? Jude?
A supermoon?
It's actually a full moon. Named after its inventor, Earl McPherson, what type of automobile suspension device is basically a shock absorber mounted in a steel spring? Tatum.
Spark plug.
That is incorrect. First Colonial? It would be a strut. They're called McPherson struts. This work begins with 7 oft-repeated verses spoken during prayers. The first of those is, "In the name of God, the most merciful, the ever merciful." Name this scripture whose 114 surah are sacred to Muslims. Tatum.
The Quran.
Correct. All right, teams, watch the screen and listen carefully. Here is a Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
The Chrysler Museum of Art, which contains thousands of works covering centuries of creativity, is located in which Southeast Virginia city?
Rourke.
Norfolk.
That is correct. Simply Lies, Long Shadows, and Absolute Power are 3 of nearly 50 best-selling novels by which alum of Central Virginia's Henrico High School? Tatum.
James Patterson.
That is incorrect. First Colonial? And that would be David Baldacci. His first book, Absolute Power, became a movie starring Clint Eastwood. Being narcissistic is not a good character trait. Spell narcissistic. Narcissistic. If I can say it, narcissistic. Rourke.
N-A-R-C-C-I-S-I-S-T-I-C.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? Tatum?
N-A-R-C N-A-R-C-I-S-S-T-I-C.
You missed an IS in there. It's N-A-R-C-I-S-S-I-S-T-I-C, narcissistic. And that buzzer is the end of our first toss-up round. A good job by our teams so far. Up next, we'll have another round, but first we'll meet today's players before they take on the category round as Battle of the Brains continues.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow along with Battle of the Brains on social media. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from First Colonial High School with 30 points, our team from POQUOSON High School with 60 points. And we'll get back to our questions and our match just ahead. But first, we want you to meet today's players. Let's start with our team from First Colonial High School. The Patriots are coached by Carl Nocky. First up is Rylan Fowler, who is a senior, enjoys cooking, and likes to listen to music, particularly Paramore. Plans to study nuclear chemistry in college. Next up is Layla Bullard, who is a sophomore who likes telling jokes and listening to Taylor Swift. Actually went to one of the Eras concerts and plans to study pre-law in college. Next up is the team captain, Noah Smith, who is a junior, enjoys basketball, reading, and taking a good nap here and there on the First Colonial football team and plans to join the Navy after graduation. And wrapping up our team from First Colonial is Rourke Coffin, who is a senior, enjoys hiking and playing guitar. He attends the Governor's School for the Arts for Music. That is our team from First Colonial High School. Now let's meet our team from POQUOSON High School. The Bull Islanders are coached by Kip Flynn. First up is Tatum Smith, who is a senior, enjoys reading obscure books, and actually won second place in a local poetry competition as a 7-year-old. Good speller. Our captain of the team is Taylor Jones, who is a senior, is a member of the Model United Nations, enjoys knitting, particularly sweaters for her dogs. Evelyn Murphy is a senior, enjoys reading and video games and playing Dungeons and Dragons. And wrapping up our POQUOSON team is Jude Purdy, who is a junior, enjoys chess, ancient history, and also a Dungeons and Dragons player. That's our team from POQUOSON High School. Great to have all these students here with us today, and now they're going to take on the category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they will receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are science, starts with D, and musical groups by first names. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. There is no deferring. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category, so that is our team from POQUOSON High School. So Taylor, quickly talk it over with your teammates. Let me know what category you'd like to play.
Not the second.
Okay, maybe if I want to. Okay, yeah, I got it.
All right.
We'll do starts with D.
All right, identify the following, kind of a potpourri. All start with the letter D. The first is the Association of Greek City-States. And you don't have to buzz in, the captain needs to answer.
Democracy.
That would be the Delian League.
Oh.
Hypothetical type of matter.
Dark matter.
Correct. Heir apparent to the French throne.
The dolphin.
That's correct. Comic book character Matt Murdock's alter ego.
Daredevil.
Correct. Europe's second longest river.
The Danube.
Correct. She cut Samson's hair.
Delilah.
Delilah.
Correct. The style and layout of interior furnishings.
Pass.
That would be the decor. Discoverer of the Mississippi River.
De Soto.
Correct. Hernando de Soto. Forest in which the dominant trees shed their leaves during certain seasons and grow new ones.
Deciduous.
Correct. And finally, the ratio of an object's mass to its volume.
Density.
Density is correct. All right, good job on starts with D. First Colonial, will it be science or musical groups by first names? Noah, quickly talk it over with your teammates.
Science.
All right, identify each of the following which relates to science. The first is simple chlorophyll-containing organisms that are the chief aquatic food and oxygen producers.
Plankton.
That would be algae. Constellation that includes the Big Dipper.
Ursa Major.
Ursa Major is correct. Tough membrane that forms the whites of the eyes.
Pass.
That would be the sclera. Disease for which Edward Jenner developed the vaccine.
Smallpox.
Correct, smallpox. Tropical parasitic disease whose name comes from Italian for bad air.
Malaria.
Correct. One of the two chemical elements that makes up about 98% of the sun.
Hydrogen.
And helium, correct. The outer rigid transparent cellulose covering of most plant cells.
Cell wall.
Correct. Chemical symbol for gold.
AU.
Correct. Closest solar system to Earth.
Proxima Major.
That would be Alpha Centauri. And time is up. Good job with the category round by our teams. Up next, we'll have another toss-up round as Battle of the Brains continues.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Or want to catch up on a full season of Battle gameplay? Find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
And here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from First Colonial High School with 60 points. Our team from POQUOSON High School with 100 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. And a reminder first for our teams, you will lose points if you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer. The other team will then have the chance to answer. There's no conferring in the toss-up rounds. All right, teams, here we go. Which Sussex, Virginia incorporated town is home to a National Weather Service forecast office and the famous Virginia Diner? Tatum.
Wakefield.
Correct. His mathematical works include a syllabus of plain algebraical geometry and Euclid and his modern rivals. Name this author who gained more fame as a novelist for his children's story, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Evelyn.
Lewis Carroll.
Correct. Union Army generals Sherman and Sheridan nearly eradicated what North American animal in order to deprive Native Americans? Rourke.
The beaver.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for POQUOSON. Nearly eradicated what North American animal in order to deprive Native Americans their source of food and shelter? Tatum.
The bison.
Correct, or buffalo would be acceptable. What musical term means to get gradually louder while playing? Evelyn.
Crescendo.
Correct. It is a form of nature worship inspired by awe in the presence of natural wonders. What is the name of Japan's native religion? Ryland.
Shintoism.
Correct. Which U.S. general and president warned of a buildup of the military? Rourke.
Dwight Eisenhower.
Correct. Industrial complex. In the DC universe, Batman hangs out in a Batcave, but can you name Superman's official? Noah.
Fortress of Solitude.
Correct. That's his man cave. Name the tectonically active geographical location that saw the first African civilizations. Jude.
The Great Rift Valley.
Correct. Stretching for about 120 miles on the Sinai Peninsula is what waterway built in the 1860s? Tatum.
Suez Canal.
Correct. Which NFL team is named for religious figures? Noah.
The Saints.
Correct. The New Orleans Saints. He passed down the story of Atlantis as a parable on ideal government in his Critias. Name this Greek who also, Tatum.
Plato.
Correct. Discussed government in his Republic. Who was the last Major League Baseball player to have a .400 batting average for an entire season? Noah.
Barry Bonds.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? That would be Ted Williams in 1941. In the Bible, Enoch was the father of Methuselah and the great-grandfather of whom? Rourke.
Abraham.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? Tatum?
David.
He actually was the great-grandfather of Noah. What is the Latin phrase meaning to the point of sickness? Layla.
Ad il.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? You were close. It's ad nauseum.
Oh,
That's right.
All right, teams, watch the screen and listen carefully. Here's another Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you do have to wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
Here at the Virginia Museum of Transportation in Roanoke, Virginia. Running at over 250 miles per hour, the Shanghai Maglev is the world's fastest type of this means of transportation.
Layla?
Train.
Train is correct. Launched in January 1991, the primary mission of Operation Desert Storm was aimed at driving the Iraqi army out of what neighboring Ryland?
Wait.
That's correct, Persian Gulf state. In mathematics, what is the term for the answer to a division problem? Noah?
Quotient?
Correct. What specific part of the human body is called the hallux? You don't want to stub it. It's your big toe. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round just ahead, and we'll double the point value for our team. Stay tuned to see which of our teams today is today's winner here on Battle of the Brains.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Get in touch. Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores as we head now into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from First Colonial High School with 120 points. Our team from POQUOSON High School, 170 points. In this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled, but so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finished reading the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. What 1913 play in which a pair of slippers is thrown at Professor Higgins is a comedy by George Bernard Shaw? Tatum?
Pygmalion.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this. What is the smallest number divisible by 6, 7, and 8? And that would be 168. The factors are 2, 3, 4, and 7 multiplied together for 168. Prince, along with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, were synth funk music producers of what city's sound? Rourke?
St. Louis?
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? Jude?
Chicago?
It's actually Minneapolis.
oh.
A vignette is defined as a brief evocation, description, account, or episode. Spell vignette. Evelyn?
Vignette.
That is correct. The middle ear contains 3 tiny bones collectively called the ossicles. These individual bones are called the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. By what more familiar name are these ear bones called? Tatum?
Hammer, boot, stirrup.
That is incorrect. First Colonial? Noah?
Eardrum?
It would be the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. It ends with proletarians of all countries unite. What is this revolutionary pamphlet? Rourke?
Communist Manifesto?
Correct, written by Engels and Marx. This phrase, which has come to stand for any unchangeable act or decision from which there is no return, is attributed to the actions of Julius Caesar. Jude?
To cross the Rubicon?
Exactly, yes. He was raised on the island of Corsica, imprisoned on the island of Rourke.
Napoleon?
That is correct. I'm sorry. I will finish the question for POQUOSON. Imprisoned on the island of Elba, but Napoleon died on what other island? Tatum?
St. Helena.
That is correct. Serving under President Clinton, who was the first female United States Attorney General? Tatum?
Madeleine Albright.
That is incorrect. First Colonial? Rourke?
Condoleezza Rice?
It was Janet Reno. The era of the common man was ushered in during which U.S. president's administration? Taylor?
Andrew Jackson.
Correct. The Rocky, Rocky II, and Rocky Balboa films were set in which eastern U.S. city? Noah?
Philadelphia.
Correct. Now a National Historic District, Hampton, Virginia's Aberdeen Gardens is a resettlement community built in 1934 in conjunction with Hampton University under FDR and New Deal legislation. It was designed and built by what segment of the Hampton population? Tatum.
African Americans?
That is correct. It is defined as the amount of energy or heat needed to increase the temperature. Taylor.
Calorie.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for First Colonial. Defined as the amount of energy or heat needed to increase the temperature of 1 pound of water 1 degree Fahrenheit. Identify this 3-word term. And that would be the British Thermal Unit, BTUs. Name the element represented by the letter K. Ryland.
Potassium.
Correct. Published in 1919, The Curse of Capistrano is the first work to feature the character Don Diego de la Vega and his secret identity. By what name is Don Diego de la Vega better known? Tatum.
Zorro. Zorro.
Yes, that is correct, Zorro. In 1787, of the original states which ratified the Constitution with reservations, the majority sought the inclusion of what 10-point addition? Taylor.
Bill of Rights.
Correct. Of the world's bodies of water, which one is the largest? Layla.
The Pacific Ocean.
Correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date with Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more. And follow the show on social at Battle of the Brains. As we continue round 1 in this current season of Battle of the Brains, join us next week as we welcome Collegiate School versus Kecoughtan High School.
And now here's the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on in this season's competition. Ending the match with a final score of 180 points, our team from First Colonial High School. Great job today by Ryland, Layla, Noah, and Rourke. We wish you the best of luck as you continue with this school season. Our winners today, and congratulations to the POQUOSON High School Bull Islanders, Jude, Evelyn, Taylor, and Tatum, and we will see you in the next round. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529. Goodbye.